we got to talk about this circular money funding thing going on specifically in California. Now, none of this is new. We've seen this a number of times before, but let me set this up. Now, if you don't know, California's production center, production capital of the Hollywood world is going away. People are able to, on a lower budget with newer equipment that is more nimble and able to travel, they're able to go film elsewhere. And considering California's incredibly difficult to work with laws around employees and productions and unions, nobody is filming anything in California. So because of that, Governor Newsom and the Californians said, hey, we need to incentivize people to stay in this state. They started off with a $330 million tax credit program. That has since ballooned up to $750 million. Okay, well, where is that money going? Well, just this year, Governor Newsom gave a $70 million tax credit to Netflix, of all people. Also, totally, completely unrelated, not at all. It's just a total coincidence. Reed Hastings, the CEO, gave $3 million to Gavin Newsom's defense of his recall in 2021 and also put another $2 million into the redistricting effort from Gavin Newsom that's happening right now. Again, just total coincidence. There's no correlation at all with the fact that they got $70 million in tax credits. But at the end of the day, the one thing remains, why does nobody want to film in the state of California? And two, why are they getting all that money? Because I hope I didn't bury the lead here. In 2023 and 2024, only 4% of all of Netflix productions were filmed primarily in California, which again, if you're getting $70 million in tax credits, you'd think that number would be just a little bit higher. Here to comment on that and so much more is Brylan Hollyhan, political commentator and host of the Nightly Scroll, Haley Karanina. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us.
Haley, I mean, there's lots of different levels of this. One, why does California need to cough up $750 million to get people to stay? And two, again, kind of if it walks like corruption, talks like corruption, feels like a circular money exchange between Gavin and his friends.
Yeah, this is exactly what it is. And it does not pay to do business in California. It doesn't pay. You get hit with all of these taxes, even with the tax credits and all the things that Gavin Newsom is trying to do. He's throwing lipstick on a pig to try to make it look better. Everything that Gavin Newsom is trying to do right now, make no mistake, it is because he is running for the president in 2028, and he is trying to clean up all of the messes that he's made during his time as governor, because he's only got a short amount of time to clean it all up before he's out of there. And he's definitely trying to make sure that people, look here, not over there. That's what he's trying to do.
Brylan, one of my favorite things that Governor Newsom has been doing for the last couple years is looking around saying, wow, this is a disaster. We got to fix this. Well, obviously, the irony being, well, you caused the disaster. This is exactly one of those. He says, well, we've got to save these companies from leaving California. Here's $750 million in tax incentives. Okay, well, you made them leave. Do voters in California, but also around the country, do you think they're going to get hip to this, that this is a thing that he does consistently, identifies the problem, says we need to fix it without taking credit for causing the problem?
California voters are waking up and they're fleeing to states like Texas and Florida when they wake up and smell those roses and say, whoa, wait. I think I saw a poll a few days ago, a New York Times study, that the past 5 years in a row, we've seen Governor Newsom come out front, have a press conference with the same sign, same logo that said, fix California. Well, buddy, you broke California. So what are we doing here? What's happening? I mean, only in California could you launder taxpayer money through Netflix faster than you could get a new season of the Stranger Things. I mean, we're looking at this propaganda machine right here. And we talk about propaganda machines like MSNBC and CNN, but genuinely Netflix has become a propaganda machine for the DNC on its own, because they're funding people like Barack Obama. They're funding people like Gavin Newsom. They're funding people like AOC. They're funding people like Meghan Markle to have their own shows that literally not a person watches. There's 3 people on this panel. If any of you 3 have met a single friend that watches any of those Netflix shows, let me know, but I haven't found a single one. That's the modern day left, and they're using Netflix as a propaganda machine to reach today's youth, and somebody's got to call them out for it.
I don't know about you, but I just can't wait for episode whatever of the Meghan Markle whatever show. Again, I trying to make a joke that I watched, but actually nobody does.